So, welcome to a wonderful VertFest panel with some extra special, amazing creative people to talk to. I'm just going to let them introduce themselves. So I'm going to let Anton go first.
Yeah, thank you. So my name is Anton Skripets, and I work as a licensing and partnership executive in AMO Pictures. And basically, my role is to uh, sell everything we create and produce in-house.
My name,
Basically, everything that these guys make in our company. Sorry, Anya.
no, it's okay. My name is Anya. I work as a creative producer with a client, Microdrama, and I work with AMO Pictures for more than 7 years. So I had a long story in all like different projects, but now, yeah, we are doing vertical dramas for the clients.
My name is Ihor Wisniewski. My role is I'm showrunner of inner projects that we would be licensed in the future for different platforms. I with project from its beginning, from idea, then script writing, preparing for the shooting, post-production, till the moment Anton have this project to sell it. So that's it.
Hello, my name is Mariya. My last name is written here wrongly. My last name is Miroshnechenko, so it's like a little problem here. And I basically work. I have the same position as Ihor has, and I work with our inner projects. I work with vertical dramas, and I do all the creative process. I'm in the process from the script to the last part.
Thank you. So my first question is for Anna. What was the first vertical drama that was made in the Ukraine, and what was the impact it had?
Once upon a time, actually, it happened again the first time 1.5 years. We were minding our own business, so we are doing our in-house projects, like small movies, like Dramatize Me and Lovebuster. And then the client, now it's Microdrama, but in that moment they didn't have this app, so they just had an app about written novels. They came to us and they said, okay, guys, you're very experienced in creating some good things like for the Western audience, and we'd like to visualize our stories. So can you help us? And at that moment, for example, Drama Box and Real Shorts, they were already growing up. So we've heard about vertical novels, but we were good with our project. But then the client came, we're like, okay, we can try, we can do it. And it was very interesting experience, because to know something in theory, like when you have references, it's one, but when you have practice, it's different. And with the first novel, we did like million of mistakes. And when I saw the final cut, just like we figured out that it has 20 minutes of conversation that don't push the script at all, and like can cut it off. And so we like rebuilt the first novel. It was Alpha Mate Who Cried a Wolf in the post-production stage. So we changed the scenes, we added flashbacks, we added some VFXs, and this novel succeed. And I guess it was like very nice start, even with our mistakes, but it like had a very big impact to understand how it works, or how we have to build or rebuild our processes, and what are the things we have to be focused on. And then we started to work with Microdrama, and we're still working. I guess we did for them more than 30 or 40 novels. Generally, some of them, they are just like become to release soon. But and then guys joined the process for in-house projects.
Thank you so much. So, Anna, you got involved first. How did everyone else then join into the process of making vertical dramas and realizing that was going to be a huge part of your business?
I don't know. It was something new, and it was something very interesting, because it was a big call for us, and also a big call for the creative teams, because you have to invent the format. I mean, actually the format that can exist also in Ukrainian circumstances and everything. So I guess the thing that works for us still, that we invent ourselves all the time with each novel, and this drives us. And that's how we're stuck with this for a long time.
And you do it so well. So Anton, Mariya and Ihor, how did you all come into vertical dramas and what made you stick with it?
It's actually was like really naturally and simply because we work with story which the same in some way long before short dramas become popular on the market. So we make a short story like that on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and so they really like similar. So we have Lovebuster, which the main difference between this content is that it's shorter and vertical dramas longer. But a lot of rules work the same because when we made those stories for platform like YouTube or different social media, the audience watch it on the phone. So there are some rules and some specific when you make content for the phone. Here it is the same thing.
That's really interesting. Yeah, you already understand the format and what an audience likes to consume. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, shall I move on to the next question, which is, again for you, Ihor. Do you think Ukraine, and in particular AMO Pictures, has developed a distinctive voice or style in vertical dramas?
I think our dramas are more cinematic compared to most others on the platforms. Many people in our team come from film and TV. They worked on big series or movies. So we adapt a lot of some techniques from the film and TV for vertical stories. Of course, they don't work the same way, but it's really have huge impact on our story that a lot of our people from our team who they have the cinematic experience. Actually, it's one of our main challenge is to bring cinematic quality to this format. And of course, we can't bring everything from cinema because there is some limits on the platform. But we try.
Is the biggest challenge lack of time or budget or the format
No,
that it's on a phone?
Everything.
Everything.
Actually,
It's always a challenge. These two
Yeah.
parts always challenge.
Yeah, it's challenge in the cinema and TV too. The main challenge it's the way you observe content when you observe it on OTT platform or you observe it on the phone. Because on the phone there are a lot of distracting things. So you have some messages from your friends. You have in Messenger. You have some news from social media. And it's all distract. So that's why this content is so intense and so short. So the audience can easily stop watching and come back and don't lose anything. And you need still to give a lot of twists, cliffhangers, and so on.
I guess the first thing we were learning when we started, is how to catch the attention, because your computer, as Igor said, like you're compete with TikTok. So you can be like, the audience can leave your novel at any point. For example, when you go to the cinema, you pay for the ticket and you spend these 2 hours sitting and watching if you don't like the movie. But in our case, each series should be like very catchy and very interesting and work for the story, because you can lose the viewer and that's all. And you don't gain views, money, and everything.
And we should be better than TikTok.
Better than TikTok. That's your new tagline. AMO Pictures, better than TikTok. Good. Mariya, I want to ask you, a lot of the other vertical production companies, they're often adapting scripts that have come from abroad, in particular from China. Is that something you do, or are you writing and producing your own? Sort of, where do the stories come from that you work with? Anna's mentioned a little bit that you've got the web novels, but as you've grown and expanded, where are the stories coming from?
In my team, we write all the novels by ourselves in-house. So we use some trends. We watch what performs well in other platforms. We read a lot of romantic stories, romantic books. We try to watch a lot of films that are related topically to our content. But we always try to add something new, even if we won't intentionally write something that works for platform. So no, we don't adapt, but I know that some of colleagues can do it, but it's more maybe for a client when they work with client. But when we work for our production, for our company, we always try to write an original story.
Wow, that's amazing. What are the market trends that you're seeing at the moment? You know, what are the stories that you're finding are popular?
For me, and it's like a little bit of Ihor's topic. He said before, we had a meeting and he said it before, but it's really interesting that now a lot of social drama performs well. And it's not only about romantic stories, it's also about like social drama. And it's really great because it gives us an opportunity to explore more topics for our novels.
This is the question for all of you. What do you think makes a great vertical drama? Whoever wants to go.
I guess in this question we have different opinions. Okay, lots of things for sure. But for example, for me, the main thing is chemistry. Because so far, mainly novels, they are about love. And for sure, as Masha said, Mariya said that now like social dramas, they are growing up and they become popular. But like, I don't know, 6 months ago, all the novels, they were about love. And I met in my life bad scripts that worked with a good chemistry. I've met in my life good scripts that didn't work because of the bad chemistry. So I guess the main thing is to find the right actors and to create this for the director, to create this chemistry and deliver this to the viewer. Because, for example, recently we released in my drama a novel about lesbians, and I watched this. When I watched the final cut, I was like, okay, probably I'm a lesbian now because I felt these emotions through the screen and I wasn't the target audience, but it works and it works for everyone. And I guess this is like the main thing, but for sure, not just chemistry works.
Great answer. Does anyone else want to add any opinions, or has Anna just done such a good job?
I would actually say that probably I completely agree that chemistry plays one of the main roles. But I would say that probably script plays the main role here. And again, it is a topic to discuss, definitely. But I would say that there is a script, then there is a chemistry between actors that were chosen, then there is a director's vision, and then there is a piece of luck. Always needed to be piece of luck, because sometimes you have all of three parts and it doesn't work.
Yeah, it should be well cooked, all the ingredients.
Yeah, for sure.
Not
for sure.
And also, I want to say that post-production is also very important because you can have really bad material, but when you have a good editor, the final result will be great. It will be okay, and it's really, really important. Music for the whole post-production process, it's really something that would make this story work. If on one of the steps it was like a problem.
You can always put close up and add voiceover and make it romantic when it wasn't before.
And I want to add that actually now, when a lot of content makes like this, and another important thing is originality, and it's actually the main thing that on which we work, because the thing that we don't have our own platform, and we can just copy trends and make another one story about SEO and his red room. So it's really important to find
But we
something
did.
new.
But we did.
Yeah, we did, but we
Friends are friends, sorry.
yeah, but we need to find something special, something new in this story. So that's helped to make this vertical drama great, actually, I think. So sometimes you need to find some originality.
I think that's something you will deliver as well. My next question is for each of you: what is a personal favourite project that you're really proud of? This is your chance to tell us all the shows that if people haven't watched, they need to go and watch because it's a personal favourite.
Well, okay. While everyone is thinking about it, I would say that my my favorite project is the one that was well. It's not that it was not successful. It was like a failure, I would say. we we released it on real short. It was like a POV thriller stories. So it's the whole story consists of three short stories, which produced in a POV format. And I really like this. And it calls damn, we changed the name, and it calls. I forgot how the final name. It was called Victimize. Okay. So I really like. You will find. Yeah, thank you, Ihor. So I really like this story because it's something new. That is something that Ihor talked about a couple of minutes ago. So it's an original story in an original format, and probably it didn't work as well as we wanted to. But it was released, and that's already great. Yeah. What is the name? Ihor?
Look into my eyes.
Look into my eyes, right?
Everyone
Look
needs
into
to
my
go
eyes,
and watch
right.
that because that sounds very, very interesting. Okay, who wants to go next with a favourite project they want to talk about?
I guess I have like a lot of them because we did a lot of very different novels. But recently, I guess I'm very proud of our elite novels. This is like, I guess, it's not about just young elite. It was the first novel in this kind of genre. But then we did two more, Face, Brace, Fatty, and, Face, just...
Brace, Face, Betty.
Betty, yes.
Yeah.
Because the name also has changed a lot of times.
Yeah.
And now we are like in the middle of the process of creating two more. And I'm very proud in terms of production because it's very hard. It's very different when you have just, for example, two actors and story in the mansion, or you have a college, you have lots of extras, you have lots of students, you have teachers, and you have to manage all the stage as that it works perfectly. And it was a very big call for us, and this novel demands a lot of energy and passionate from all the team members, because it's not easy to like embrace this amount of group. And yeah, and actually these novels, they perform very well, so we are continue producing them.
Everyone's going to be really happy to hear that you have more coming. You've made a lot of people happy.
As for me, I don't have a lot of released novels, but I'm really proud of the ones that was also released on Real Short. It was How to Trap President's Son. It was a really great pleasure to create this script because we really wanted to make something without abuse, something funny, something lighthearted, and we really enjoyed with my scriptwriter when we wrote this script. And the whole process, everyone who took part in this process, they all were really engaged, and it felt when I saw the final result. So it's like my first project, so as a showrunner, so I'm really proud of it, and I'm looking forward another projects that will be released soon also.
Mariya, can I just say I absolutely love that show.
Thank
It's
you.
so good. It made me laugh so much, and I love that just everything, and just like the guy he ends up working for and teaching him to mop the floor. There's so many funny moments. Just the beginning. It's so good. So just honestly, thank you for that show. And it felt like it should be on the cinema. I was like, it was so good, and it felt like a classic, 90s rom-com. So thank you.
Yes,
Brilliant.
it's an inspiration. I personally really like romantic comedies, and I was raised on many romantic comedies, so it was really great pleasure to create it, and I really appreciate your feedback.
So, Mariya, I need more, please. More, please, Mariya. What about you, Ihor? What's your favourite?
I think for now it's the most favorite. It's Love at Dangerous Speed, of course. I really like this novel, especially when it's like half year ago we finished it, and now I am rewatch it. It's feels different, and like now I'm only can enjoy it. So I like it, but you always look forward for new projects, and the next one would be better. And so I hope my favorite project will come soon. Actually, I'm really waiting for our. Now we have project about young witch who discovered her power. So young girl who discovered her power, like in the beginning of this story, she fell in love with the vampire, and the vampire hunter fell in love with her. And this love triangle, I like it. I really like the way this story was made and how it's look now. I'm really wait when I can see it on platform, and I hope it would be a great success.
You've all made me very excited. Because I promised more in the Young Elite. I promised more rom-com, and then the one you've just described sounds amazing. So thank you from a fan. I'm like, yay! Thank you. Just honestly. Mariya, I just wanted to ask you a few questions because I understand you have transitioned over from heading up animation, AMO.
Yes.
Do you think that brings certain techniques like pacing, characters, sort of visuals that you are able to bring into creating live action verticals?
Yes, because also we don't work only with animation, but we also worked with Facebook. And it was a really difficult platform. And as Ihor said before, it was a really big impact on the content that we have now and our novels. Because for us in animation, the most important part was to engage viewers in first 3 seconds, and then create some turning points every 5-10 seconds. And we have probably the same situation here in novels, but we have more time. So it's like the first 3 seconds in novels, it's like the first episode. Yeah. So we use all these techniques now. As for animation, of course, it was really difficult to create animation for Facebook because we didn't have any analogs. I don't know how to say it correctly in English, but we don't have similar projects on the platform. So it was really difficult to create something that will perform great. And we had this content when I changed the project, we had 1 billion views on our page, animation page, and it was really a great success. So of course we used like techniques, exaggeration, like characters. When we created characters in animation, we understood that we have to add some visual things that will make viewers disgust. Make the character disgusting for the viewers or likable, for example. And now when we create novels, we also think a lot about it. Also, when we portrayed some characters, bad characters, we tried to make them really understandable from the very beginning, that one is an antagonist and that one is the main good character. So it helped really a lot. Yes, I think that.
Good answer. So I came from Korean dramas, and there's some that they use aspects of animation in it, so it's very much it's a live drama, but there'll be visual effects. There's one or two where they've done a kind of a characters come out of a comic book. Do you think there's potential for playing around with that kind of effects in your work?
I think that yes, but at the same time, it's really important for creators to understand that animation is really expensive. So if you want to add something, you have to have a bigger budget. And it's really difficult to find some professionals that can do such things, that can create a unique style for the novel. So it's more about bigger budgets and more time. Now we create one novel in a really short time, in a really short period of time. But if we have this like animation process inside, it will be quite difficult to have the same quality and the same like timing.
Just to explain to people, how long does it take you to create a novel?
I think that for everyone and for every novel, it differs. But we create like one script. We can create one script in a few weeks even. And we had this experience. And my first novel, we wrote it like in 1 or 2 weeks. In 1 week we wrote it because it was urgent. So. Yes,
Wow.
and in post-production, it differs, but it's really much shorter than to make an animation and to create animation.
And by the way, the story that Mariya is talking about that was written for 1 week, also released on Real Short, and it's The Year in His Chains.
You did that in 1 week?
Yeah.
Writing that amazing script? Wow. Wow.
It was a lot of work,
Good.
but it was also a lot of fun because me and my scriptwriter, we were these teens who wrote fan fiction. So for us, it was a pleasure.
Okay, so that was easy.
We enjoyed the process.
Yeah. And the actual filming, how many days do you have to film generally?
Well,
Also different, I guess, from 7 to 10 sometimes.
7
Yeah.
days. So
Yeah, it depends on the size of the script, and also like how many hard scenes, how many fights, how many VFX you have to think about when you're shooting. So it depends on the setting.
I just think it's really important for everyone watching to understand that you are delivering the quality you are, and you haven't got any longer than anyone else. You're doing it in 7 to 10 days. That's phenomenal. Just phenomenal. A question, obviously, you've got this amazing global audience. How popular are vertical dramas in Ukraine? You know, is it something that a lot of the population watch, or is it not really taken off yet?
that is something that you have to explain when you talk about. That is something that you have to give these parallels. So you have to explain that, that is something like TikTok series, but not TikTok series. So yeah, not a lot of people here in Ukraine know about it. it's not that they don't like it, it's that they don't know about it.
Mm.
But let's say, sorry, Anya, the last sentence here, but we should say that, for example, my drama, they dubbed for all the Ukrainians all the content they have. And if you are in Ukraine and you open my drama, then you see everything dubbed into Ukrainian language. That way they like make it available to all the Ukrainians, and they do something to make it pop culture. But
Yes.
it is not a pop culture yet.
And I guess they even have they give free access to all the dramas, dubbed dramas for Ukrainians, so they can like get known this format and to be more involved. But not too much platform. They create novels with the Ukrainian dubbing, and not for all Ukrainian people. It's more very comfortable to watch content in English. So for some, so it's easier to be popular in the USA than in Ukraine, for example, in this case.
Yeah, Ukrainians can either watch not in English or shoot in English. We can only shoot in English, but not watch English.
Okay, that's really helpful to know. And it sounds like it's where I think quite a lot of Europe are, in that there are some drama watchers, but it hasn't hit sort of really public knowledge yet. You mentioned that the USA, your dramas are popular there. Where do you find that your main audiences are around the world? And sort of feedback you get from fans?
Well, I would say that we have the audience all around the globe. So just before that meeting, we had an internal meeting between all of us, and we remembered lots of situations where, for example, I was in Cannes like a couple of months ago, and I saw a couple. They were sitting and watching our novel. And we have also this bunch of stories when lots of our colleagues were around the globe and saw that people watch our stories. But these are just fun facts. Talking seriously, I don't think that our audience locates specifically somewhere. Because let's say if we license our stories for good shorts, that's one case. For real short, that could be completely another case, and they impact on an audience.
So it's about
Actually-
the platform, not the novel.
Yeah,
It's actually depends. I mean, it's really could be in different parts of the world. So, for example, I talked with our actors, and they told me that they were from fans from all over the world, but it came with the waves. So at first they have a lot of messages from the United States. Like in 3 weeks, maybe some creatives in Instagram come to Indonesia, so they have from Indonesia. Then they have from Iran, everywhere, but it's in some sort of waves, and I think in some sort of advertising which goes on platforms.
But actually, last November, I've been to Chile, and it was a subway, and I was going somewhere, and I saw one girl in Chile watching our novels, and I'm like, wow, this is really incredible, because, we like exist in our bubbles because we create novels. For example, I mean, me and my team for my drama, we create in Ukraine. So we like live in this bubble, work with the same actors, people. But when you see someone watching the things you do, like in another part of the world, it's incredible feeling.
That
And
must
it
have been
inspires so
amazing.
much. Yeah.
Did you go and say, I made that? Or
Oh, just like, oh, she's scrolling. Yeah, she's interested. Yes. Okay. Like,
that's
look.
me. That's me.
Oh, so you'll go and ask.
Thank you for your support.
Anton, a question for you, because I know one of the things you mentioned is your responsibility of things like looking at trailers, posters and ads. And obviously the amount of vertical dramas being produced everywhere is increasing. how do you make sure that how do you catch the viewer's eye? Because I think, just to say, Love at Dangerous Speeds, I think that's one of the things that work really well. It's got a really eye-catching poster. It's a slightly different colour. It's green. It gives you the sense of the speed. Obviously, you've got amazing, well-known actors on it. Just if you could explain a little bit about that process and how important it is to making it a success.
Of course, we believe that this is a very important part when we are talking about creating promotional materials. And I mean posters, trailers, creative ads, descriptions also, creating tags also. This is the whole delivery package consists of these things. And we pay much attention for this. We have a team who work with posters, a team who work with trailers and creative ads, and a team who work with all the, let's call it, copyright. And it is very important, but honestly, we do have some cases when we send to a client our great big delivery package, and some clients watch each item of the materials we send to them, and another client just watch trailer and that's it. So probably I would say that trailer plays probably the biggest role when you're trying to sell something, when you're trying to pitch something, because at the end of the day, it's just trailer is a pitch, is a short pitch of a big novel, and if trailers gives a client an idea that this story consists of a great conflict, having a great chemistry between people, and that out from this story we can make a lot of creative ads, then it's enough to proceed with the deal. That's why what I've been observing for last half a year.
Thank you. That's really helpful. Obviously, I'm very fortunate I get to talk to people around the world. And one of the things that's become clear in America this year is it's gone from vertical dramas being like the little, no one really paid attention in main Hollywood to vertical dramas, to now all of Hollywood is like, this is interesting. We probably need to get involved because this is successful and growing. Is there a sense of that happening in the Ukraine, in that is your more traditional TV and film industry beginning to get more interested, or are you still the outliers, would you say?
I would say that it is getting more, they are getting more interested about what's happening. And when I say they, I mean all of the other players from the industry. But still, we are the only one player in the Ukraine who work with this format. So that means that they are not quite interested in what's happening. And still, I think it's not that they are not interested. They don't know enough about this kind of format. And we honestly try to popularize, to give more context and to give more information here in Ukraine about this market, about our success, about how you can jump into it, and all of this stuff.
Thank you. So anyone who follows your Instagram and the Instagram of your team, as I do, saw that I like a Bodyguard romance, okay? And I saw that I think you've got one that you filmed in the UK as part of AMO. I really want to watch that. And I know the leading actress. I'm so excited. I need it now. What kind of opportunities do you see now for, as well as making these verticals in Ukraine, cooperating with other countries and bringing in teams elsewhere?
Okay. Of course. Actually, in Ukraine, we want to. Sorry. Sometimes we offer actors abroad to come and shoot another story here in Ukraine. So for today, I think we I in my projects we shoot with actor from France. I know that Mariya shoot the story when the lead actor was from Sweden, right, Mariya? Yeah, from the Sweden. Now we on soon the actor from the United States will come. So we actually um, want to work with actors from different country to make it more globe, I think.
And also, I had only one novel filmed in Ukraine, and all of my other novels, they all were filmed in other countries, in USA, Canada, UK. So it will be more material about it, and I think that we will share some trailers, and we will have our release soon. Pretty Con Woman as am I correct about the naming?
Yeah, right.
Yes, and it will be about a con woman who escaped her abusive husband, pretended to be dead,
Mm.
and he found her in Brussels. So it will be a really interesting story, I think, and it was our first project that we filmed in USA.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But
Again,
I would.
yeah, I'm short.
Sorry.
In our case, for example, when we work with a client and we like committed with some amount of novels per year, bringing in some foreigner actors means it affects the timeline, because the actor has to come here. He has to do some self tapes. He has to have some like couple these tapes, and it prolongs the term so much, and then we can't commit for more novels. So, for example, in my case, we shot just with Ukrainians because we have no more time to invite anyone.
That makes sense. Yeah, speed is what's
Yeah.
needed.
I would only add here that the opportunities for co-production right now nowadays are huge, basically, because and we haven't co-produced any short dramas like co-produce with another production from the country abroad. We haven't done it yet, but we are negotiating right now with a couple of companies. And to be honest, like today, a couple of hours ago, I had a meeting with a French producer who also interested in co-producing. And it's funny because here in Ukraine, they see that we can give a quality which probably much higher than the quality abroad, but we are doing it with the same budgets. And all of the potential co-producers, they're like, right, guys, so how can you do it? And probably we can cooperate, and we are open to it because we know that film industry here in Ukraine is on a very top level, and because again we can with a small budget we can make blockbusters here, and no one knows how we can make it. So you can just join and try and see how we make it here in Ukraine.
Ukrainian magic.
It is magic. I think everyone wants to learn from you. Like, how do you do it?
Even Chinese people are asking us how you're doing it, and we know that Chinese people are like beasts. They work more than 14 hours per day, and they're like very busy. They don't have any rest, and they're like, okay, so how did you do it? That's a compliment from Chinese people.
It is. I just have to ask. Obviously, I think everyone watching all the verticals from Ukraine, as well as just the phenomenon of what you're achieving, everyone's aware of, the situation that you're in, and you're working in a country at war. What adjustments does that mean you have to make as you're working?
For example, now we have we have lots of restrictions. I mean, for example, we have a curfew, so it's impossible to shoot at night, or it's possible, but not too much. Or, for example, if you have lots of plots, lots of script, they have mentions like he's a millionaire and he has his house, and these big, beautiful houses, they are out of the city. And it's hard, for example, for men or for the whole team to cross from the city center to go out of the city and then come back, so it takes time. And and also affect the actors. For example, before, for sure, it would be much easier to invite someone, but now it's like lots of long way, we have no flights, so it affects the timeline also. And for teams who shoot in Ukraine, it's also, you can have alert in the middle of the shooting day and you must go to the shelter and wait. So I guess the main thing and the main adjustment we did is just like we learn how to make fast and right decisions right here, right now, in the stress-inducing situation. Because you have the novel, you have to shoot it somehow in a very high level, because you promised this high level for the client, for example. And you have to make this decision to cut off something right now, right here from this day, but keep the main plot, keep the chemistry, keep the, I don't know, the dynamic. So yeah, I guess we had to work a lot to produce this content with this quality right now in these circumstances.
For me, it's the most tricky thing here. It's now with the actors abroad. So before, and is main lead actors at all, because a lot of men lead actors in Ukraine gone into army, so they cannot shoot. So we have less actors. Before the war, we have a lot of actors who comes abroad. In the beginning of the war, they go away, but a lot of them come back now. And the thing is a little tricky to explain that come to Kyiv for actors abroad is safe, because we do anything that we could to make it safe. So so it's actually long to tell you, but we even have some special team who work with the actor who comes abroad, like with the Hollywood star. So they meet him, they with him all the time on the phone. They bring him to the hotel. If anything helps, he just go. If he want to go for a walk, they with him. So
Sleep with him, feed him, everything.
some kind of everything. Yeah. So
That's brilliant. Go to Ukraine and get totally looked after.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Incredible things.
Welcome.
it's like a bunch of people who with the actors who comes abroad. So it's the difference now.
Okay, I feel bad asking this, but when I've been having conversations, the word AI keeps getting mentioned as something that's going to come for the film industry. Is AI something you think will become part of vertical drama production, and would it affect the quality? Whoever wants to answer that. I've got Ihor and Anna here who might be interested.
Some point AI is going to be everywhere. Also in our production. And as for me, it's a good opportunity to expand the topic so we can tell about, because, for example, now to make some fantasy story, you have to shoot it. But if you have AI tools, so you can, I don't know, shoot a half and then help yourself to create a good quality, I don't know, fantastic story. So yeah, for sure, it's like the next step. But it doesn't mean that shooting teams shouldn't work the same, like in the same good level. So it will not substitute. It's just gonna be like something additional that helps us to, I don't know, embrace more topics or more genres.
That's a really good answer. That will make everyone very happy. Don't worry. Anna says, "Don't worry, it'll be fine."
But the stories about dragons.
More dragons. Yes.
I'm a big fan of Fourth Wing, so I'm waiting for my time.
Excellent. We're all there, Anna, when you make that. Mariya as well. Does anyone else want to say anything about that? Or okay. Next question as well, talking about the future. Do you think, are there future trends? Do you think there's certain stories that you hope will sort of come into vertical drama? You've possibly mentioned one with the fantasy and the dragons. Is there anything else that you think will come along?
I think now it's more become so now the most the most part of audience is women. But now I see that there are a lot of vertical novels for the men audience, so it's like men dramas, and it's worked really great, and I think it's the next step. And another, as Mariya told before, that it's social drama. So men's drama and social drama would be next step. That's it.
And then dragons.
Dragons.
Then dragons.
Okay.
And honestly, I fear that it could be a trend in vertical novels, dark romance. Yes, one day, because I'm not a big fan of women's abuse of women. So, but it's stories that are based on abuse. But as I see, there are a lot of fans of these stories, so it could be a trend.
Like Haunting Adeline. Like this.
Yes.
But we're gonna work with dragons.
Yeah. I think we need to stay. I'm on the dragon bandwagon. More dragons, please. Can we all have the dragons happening? And then just finally, first, thank you for all your time. Do you all share a project that you've got coming out soon that you're particularly excited about and we should all get ready to watch? Let whoever go.
I already told about my project, so guys, your turn.
I have an NDA. I work with the client.
Okay. Anna can say nothing. Mariya?
For me, it's obviously our Pretty Con Woman, because it was really hard. We had a really hard time post-production, but we did it. It was a lot of work of people in our team. So I'm really excited about its performance. And of course, Princess and Bodyguard, because we really had a great time and it was a big pleasure to work with people in the UK. We really shared our opinion on this script, and it was like same energy. Everyone had the same energy, and I really like this project. And it's on its final. We have like some post-production things to do, and then it will be sold and released, I hope.
I want to watch it. I'm so excited about that. And Anton, what about you? Because you probably see everything that goes out. Are there ones that you were like, everyone needs to watch out for this?
Well, yeah. I watch everything that guys create and produce, and I'm waiting for any new title because that's where my work starts. So I really don't have like my favorite, because the thing is they know about this project, they read the scripts, they attached to each stage of the production, and I can just hear about this project from them, and that's why I'm waiting to see any of this project to start working with them.
So your answer is you're excited about everything. That's a good answer.
Yeah, for sure, about each of title.
And then just as a final thing, because obviously you've got lots of fans watching and people in the industry. Are there kind of
Right now?
Well,
Right
not
now?
right now. When this goes out, just if there's any sort of messages or anything you kind of want to say as your final little promotion for AMO Pictures, and just talking about all the work you do.
I guess the most important thing, as for me, is feedback. from the audience, and every time the audience leaves the comments or shares the reels or trailers or something, it shows us that we do something meaningful, interesting, and really valuable. So feedback of the audience is the main driver of our production, because when we have audience, we have something to create, and we have no one, so we don't do our job. So please share your opinion and and stay with us, because it's really like we are you are the fact, we are existing.
Yes, I agree with Anna, and moreover, I think that every type of feedback is really valuable because we like to learn, and sometimes people criticize our work, but it's great if it's like in a non-abusive, normal way, because we change our perception of some things, and it really helps us to be a better production. So please don't feel as I stated, don't be like leave your feedback. We are really happy about everything.
I
Yeah,
totally agree.
I also totally agree, because at the end of the day, our goal is to entertain, and to entertain, we have to get the feedback about how you want to be entertained. That's why that would be great to see the feedback in any ways. Good feedback, bad feedback. There is no bad feedback, only cruel.
Just please be polite.
Yeah. Always be kind. That's what I say. I just want to say thank you so much to all of you for taking time out of your very busy days to talk with us. And just thank you, because I think all of you there have just created some absolutely brilliant vertical dramas that people around the world adore. So just thank you, and please keep making more.
Thank you for
Yeah,
inviting.
thank you, Jen. Thank you for invitation. Right.